Hi, my name is Gretchen Mahkorn. The film that I co-produced and starred in and was one of the creators with is our short film, Save All Who Dare. A little bit about the film is it's kind of like a poetic allegory about what has been going on in today's world, a timeless piece that looks at, how we question our faith, our ideals, and community and leadership, and how these decisions impact us.
Okay. Now, this is a short 7-minute film.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned it's a poetic in a way. And I would say it's poetic throughout. You really have to watch the film and pay attention to the dialogue, because this film avoids the usual explaining or the usual heavy dialogue when someone is going through a moment of questioning. This is more poetic throughout, and you have to kind of pay attention, because maybe a line of dialogue doesn't really represent what you're thinking at the time, or what what you think that character is trying to say.
Correct. So we kind of purposely wanted to make it very timeless without really like hitting over the head, what the film is about, and have it kind of be more of a universal theme. So a lot of the dialogue, which was written by my co-producer, Erica Kirkstein-Zastro, was very nuanced. We really wanted to make it, we really wanted it to ask more questions than answers. So people really have to kind of sit through the film and even potentially watch it multiple times to really kind of take what they personally will get from it.
Yeah.
We really purposely tried to use a lot of imagery and a lot of metaphors within it, to kind of like lead the audience a little bit more of on a mystery, on a journey, rather than just blatantly coming out and saying what the film is kind of about.
Yeah, there is virtually no expository language in this at all. It's because when I first saw it, I watched it and like, okay, this is interesting, and then I had to watch it like a second time. I was like, okay, all right, I see what's going on here. I see what they're doing, and I think it works. You are a producer on this as well, and the lead actress. I am Facebook friends with you, so I know you more for the modeling.
Right.
In terms of acting, is this one of your first jobs, or have you been doing that for a while?
Yeah, so no, I've been acting for almost my whole life. I hold a Bachelor of Fine Arts from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. My background for a long time was mostly in theater. I was artistic director of the World Stage Theater Company in Milwaukee for many years, and also did some things producing off-Broadway in New York City for a while. And then within the past couple of years, I've transitioned more into film and television. I'm actually currently based in the Atlanta market right now, but I've spent time in Chicago, in Atlanta, and Los Angeles. Have done a lot of on-camera training, and I've been in independent films, other short films, commercial work, and currently doing the whole auditioning for the film and TV market in Atlanta currently.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So the genesis of this project, were you involved as a producer first or actress first?
A little bit of both. Me and my creative partner, Erica, during 2020, we really wanted to do something still creative. We really wanted to kind of branch into producing our own film, and we purposely tried to keep it very concise and small cast, so we could do that during COVID and during this crazy time of
It was shot completely during COVID?
yeah, it was shot completely 2020, 2021, yeah. So yeah, so we had some you know, constraints on what we could do. And then we went the SAG-AFTRA micro budget route. Yeah, we just really wanted to kind of, you know, still keep the creative juices flowing during that time, and came up with a piece that she wanted to direct and that I wanted to act in as well. And then we brought, you know, other people on board for our other actor, Ross Crane, our DP, Joshua Handrich, original score by Jacob Handrich. So we kind of then compiled our team from there.
So if this was shot during COVID, there's only two actors, of course, through this whole film. I've watched it. There's only two of you. But the crew, how big was your crew in terms of this? And I mean, what kind of safety precautions did you have to consider in shooting it?
Right. So, you know, we all had to do COVID testing before set, but our crew was basically, that was it. It was basically myself. Erica acted as kind of the assistant for the rest of shooting. Joshua Handrich did all of the camera work, and, you know, we set up our boom and our sound equipment. So we kept it really, really tight and small, so we didn't have to deal with.
You didn't have a boom operator? You just set it up?
We kept it very, very small and concise. So, because, you know, with all the COVID regulations, we kind of had to keep it that way, and, you know, had to have safety protocol on set. So, and testing before. So, yeah.
You talk about your co-star, Ross Crane. He's an LA-based actor.
So
he's with him on this.
Yeah, so I know him from the Atlanta market. So he has done a lot both in Atlanta and Los Angeles. He came out of the NYU School of Drama, and then spent many years out in LA, and he's been in many different TV shows and some films. So we brought him on board, and he really wanted to do something creative as well. And so he kind of was also an actor, but also kind of was part of the creative process as well. So we really tried to make everybody involved part of the collaborative effort and the process, because I think all of us were really itching to do something during COVID, since, you know, so much of the industry was shut down.
With now you're talking about it's a very collaborative process. You're working off a script that Erica wrote. Was the script changed throughout the process of shooting, or did you guys stick to this script as closely as possible?
Once we got to shooting, we pretty much had the script locked in place. But beforehand, when we were doing rehearsals and talking through things, even over the phone or Zoom, it did kind of change with me and Ross as we kind of, you know, threw our own ideas into it, and, you know, and figuring out what felt most natural. But once we got to shooting, it was kind of locked in, so we could kind of really have a quick shooting process.
I've been reading before we had the Zoom Q&A here. I went back to your listing on Film Freeway and reread the review by Russ Bickerstaff.
Yes.
Here, very good review of it, and he really liked the mood of it and the sparseness of it. What I liked about it is you keep the person's views a little bit on the vague side of what their beliefs are a bit, but you kind of have an idea of what they're talking about and what they might be suggesting. Was that intentional to try to open it up to everyone?
Yeah, so we didn't want to, you know, even from the description, you know, these two people are in a cult and deciding, you know, what to do next during a time of crisis. We purposely tried to keep it a little bit more open-ended to what that is and what their decisions are, to kind of, you know, people can take away what they want from it and what that decision at the end means, what that is, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And then also from kind of a cult or religious aspect, we didn't want to, you know, just pigeonhole it into one specific ideology or religion, because we wanted it to be more universal for people to kind of take feel like, oh, what fit for them, rather than saying, oh, this is what it is. Yeah,
I think that works because, you know, on both sides of the political spectrum, there are ideologies that could fit in either way that the characters are.
Right. And I think that's what we really kind of wanted to, a lot of our discussions in the creative process was about how, you know, we are in such a polarizing time, that there is such these extremists on both sides of the political spectrum. And, you know, there's extremism in any religion. And we kind of really wanted to kind of hit that fact, rather than, you know, putting it in one demographic.
So how's this doing in the festival circuit right now? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you probably just finished this about 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah, so right now, we are, you know, in the middle of our submissions, and waiting to hear back from festivals, but we've already got, honorable mentions at the Athens International Film Festival and London International. And then also we had our Oklahoma premiere at the Twister Alley Film Festival.
Okay.
And we were also nominated for Best Director and Best Actress at the Alternative Film Festival in Toronto. So we're really excited to see a lot of really good things happening with the film.
That's very
good. We're super excited that this is our hometown Milwaukee premiere. So
we're glad to do that.
Yeah.
So you're doing very well with the film so far.
Yes, we're really excited because like we're all kind of first time. Me and Eric are, you know, our first time filmmakers here, so we're really excited to see that, you know, audiences are liking it. We got such a wonderful review from Russ Bickerstaff, and that it's being picked up and it's getting seen.
Have any closing thoughts on the project at all, or your director Erica? We didn't mention much about her.
Yeah, so I've known Erica. We actually were at University of Wisconsin Milwaukee together. She has a background in dramaturgy, and we did actually a lot of theater producing until, like I said, recently, over the past couple of years, both of us have kind of transitioned more into the film side of things in camera world and TV. I've known her since college. We've kind of done a lot of creative things together, and she, you know, brings a lot of interesting poetic nuance to the table. And like I said, I really wanted to kind of, you know, dive into producing this film and directing it as well.
You guys did a very good job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Submitting it to us.
Thank you. We were really excited. So, and especially since, you know, we're both from Milwaukee and with many friends and family there, we're super excited to be part of this festival.
Well, thank you so much, Gretchen.
Thank you.